So let me get a little bit more comfortable. Bear with me. Bear with me. And then I can rest this, and then I'll just keep it at this position and she will come right to us. You can see the Norwegian Jade is moving, and she will sail right in front of us and head to that channel to head out into the open ocean. I recharged my battery pack, so we should be good for a while. I can't see the dots because it's so sunny out. But I think I'll unplug the phone, and then if I need to I can replug it. But we will sit here and watch the Norwegian Jade. Norwegian Jade. Then tonight and tomorrow I can finish my Virgin Voyages training, and I have some content to edit, and even this video I can do some splicing and dicing and post some snippets of this. Yes, see it moving. Let me pan up a little bit. There we go. All right, so this is the Norwegian Jade. Thank you guys for all the taps. I appreciate that. I don't know why the gift goal says time's up. Do they only let you have it for a certain amount of time? So let me see. Add now. 2. How many did I get? Okay, I got 2, so let's do 2. If you do it, you do it. If you don't, no obligation whatsoever. I just put it up there. And here she comes. Can you see? I don't really want, well, okay, I am going to zoom in. And you can see her coming towards us ever so slowly. This is really cool because I always wondered from land how fast it looks like they leave the channel, because when you're on the ship it feels like it's going kind of slow in the beginning and then like super fast. Like it seems like, oh wow, we're already out in the open ocean. So this is pretty cool. This is the first time I've been at this spot. Oh, awesome, KB. Oh my gosh, how exciting. Do you live in the area? And pardon me if you said before where you live. I never remember. Unless I make a chart, and that's just kind of weird. So we're watching the Norwegian Jade. She will get to us shortly. She is moving. And then the other ship is the New Amsterdam. That is a Holland America ship. And we've just been enjoying the harbor. I will pan, but I will go right back to the Jade. So that is Coronado. That is the Navy base. That is where one or more of the SEAL teams train. That all that land until the break is Coronado. There's a break and you see open ocean right there. That is where all the ships leave to go to the Pacific Ocean. That would be if it's a half or full day fishing boat, whale watching, anything that is leaving. Commercial fishermen leave out through that channel. And then the peninsula to the right, that is Point Loma, where the Cabrillo National Monument is. All right, and now we'll pan back to the Norwegian Jade. Don't worry, she's still there, still far off in the distance, but before we know it, she will be here. Norwegian Jade. Yay, San Diego Harbor. Thank you, KB, for letting her know. I appreciate that. We are looking at downtown San Diego, and there were 2 cruise ships in the port today. We're watching the Norwegian Jade. She is the first to depart, and like all other ships, I believe she will be going to Ensenada. There is an app called Cruise Mapper. You can look that up on a website version or an app version, and you can type in the name of the ships and it will show you where they are located, what their itineraries are, all that good stuff. So if you're curious about more details of the size of the ship or anything like that, you can always use that app, no matter who you are watching on TikTok. And then the other ship is the Holland American New Amsterdam, which is still at the dock. And the Jade is getting bigger as she moves closer to us. Oh, thank you for the gift. Oh, thank you, thank you. Koningsdam. Okay, and this one is the New Amsterdam. Is Christine, do you know Christine? Dutch American Girl Dutch World? I think she's actually not on a ship right now, but I was gonna ask if she's on the ship that you are on. Thank you guys for the gifts, the taps, the shares. I appreciate it. So I love going live, but then I don't like going live because I think of all the content I gather when I'm out here live and I want to reshare it. So then that involves editing, which I enjoy editing, but then I don't enjoy editing. So I try to psych myself up. Like tonight, I might prepare a little refreshment or even a cup of coffee because coffee doesn't affect me, and stay up and edit, or definitely clip out some highlights, or not clip out some highlights. TikTok does that for us. Ooh, puzzle piece. Hold, please. Oh, crapola. I can't even see it. Where is the hole? Okay. All right, there we go. So that means we've been on an hour. My goal is always to do at least an hour live, so you guys are helping me out with that. Hey, Mike, we are at the San Diego Harbor. Yay, thank you for the follow. Thank you, Nate. Nate, life's a something. The word joined blocks it off. But thanks for the follow. I am trying to grow my following. Truth be told, I am trying to work to get this to be a stream of income in retirement. My husband and I do have, you know, our savings, our Social Security, his pension, but if I can leverage my love of content into an income stream, why not? And then also bring you guys all these beautiful destinations. So one thing to remember is some people don't have the budget or the physical ability to travel. So if I can present this live or even a replay of this live to other people who can't get out here, then that I feel is something that I can do for other people. Nate, life's a ship. All right, perfect, perfect. Oh, Mike, I loved that pasta video. That was awesome. So it gives me ideas on how to script my prompt. Not to do pasta, obviously, but how much detail. Like I was looking at the lady, I'm like, okay, so he probably said he wants her to be doing this or that or the other. So you guys, you have to check out Mike's content because he's working with AI and he was kind enough to share a Sora code. So I'll be trying to do some AI as well and do some cute little fun films of content. It's a great way to add to the content when you can't go cruising all the time. Here she comes, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Norwegian Jade. She is leaving San Diego, and I did not research where she is going, but my guess would be Mexico. Some of the ships do go to Catalina Island and Ensenada, but I am not sure which ones. There is an app, the Cruise Mapper app, that can give you more details of where the ships will be, what date they will be there, and when they will be returning. So if you look at the front of the boat at the waterline, it looks like it's moving at a pretty good clip. But when they get out into the open ocean, they really kick it up a notch. I think this area is considered a no-wake zone, so that's gonna be like super slow. Imagine if he like kicked it in gear, what kind of waves would make for those sailboats. So if anybody watching my live is on the Norwegian Jade, come to the railing right below the lifeboat and wave a giant white shirt or something. Look at everybody around the perimeter of the rails. That's so awesome. I want to be there. Norwegian Jade. Look at the beautiful artwork on the side. Honestly, I don't even think I've heard of the Norwegian Jade. Honestly, I don't even think I've heard of the Norwegian Jade. It's always the ships, you know. Look at all the people. There she goes. There she goes. KB, you chose a bad time to leave. Now she's passing right in front of us. And I don't think that the New Amsterdam will be leaving for a while, so we will be able to follow the Jade as she approaches that opening to start her journey into the open ocean. Oh, gosh, that little dog. Look at this little dog. Can you see it? I can't see the screen, but that little dog is adorable. Okay, Jade, we're back. So here she goes out into the open ocean. Okay, you're here. Good. So imagine this is you on a different ship, obviously, next week, or Tuesday, actually. And here you are motoring out towards your dream vacation into the wild blue yonder of the amazingly gorgeous Pacific Ocean. Do you see all the people around the rail? Look how tiny they look. And I know that ship is not massive because it's got to fit through the Panama Canal. And then look at the cone on the back and then the name Norwegian Jade. Just so many photographic moments, you know? So we will follow her as she goes towards the canal because the New Amsterdam, sorry, I keep bumping the camera with my bill of my visor. The New Amsterdam will not be leaving just yet. It is still at the port. Did you guys ever have that song? I don't even know the rest of the song, but I think, well, we sang it in grade school, but part of the song, it was Amsterdam, dam, dam, Amsterdam, dam, dam. And it had something to do with, I don't even remember what. There she goes. There she goes. So, watching from this angle is pretty cool because, oh, you looked it up. Okay. Is that where you went? You went to look it up? Is she going to Ensenada? Or Cabo, Puerto Vallarta. I don't even know how long she's going to be gone. Okay, Mexican Riviera. I think some of the other things they say are like Pacific Coastal Cruise or something, and then that will go to Catalina Island. Oh, but I think that most typically would leave maybe from San Pedro or what am I thinking? Long Beach, which they call those both Los Angeles. So you can book Los Angeles and then you have to make sure which port you're going to. So we will just watch this beautiful Miss Norwegian Jade. It looks like she's going straight into the peninsula, but she will turn to the left a bit and make her way through that canal. Now, if you see those buildings that she's kind of pointing to on the right, that is specialty military training area. They train, I think, dolphin to go and retrieve things from the ocean. So see how it looks like she's going right into the landmass, but she will spin and off she will go out into that beautiful Pacific Ocean. Oh, Santa Barbara. Is that what you mean? Santa Barbara, Catalina, and Ensenada? Oh my God. I had looked up that trip and almost booked it. So now, you know what? I think I will book it for next year. Guys, I'm gonna need you to send me a few galaxies, maybe a Pegasus or two, so I can go to Santa Barbara on a cruise ship. I'm just kidding. Okay, awesome. You're gonna love it. I went to Santa Barbara, gosh, I don't know, 30 years ago maybe, with my sister. I'm trying to think how we even got there. Like, I think we drove, but why am I thinking we were on the train? I don't even know. You know how I remember my trips? And it's harder back in the day because you have actual print film and photos. I look back through my photos, I check the timestamps and whatnot. So on my cell phone, that's easy. But back in the day, I would have to know what was the itinerary, or if I ordered the photos with the timestamp on or the date stamp on the back. Ooh, got to turn my visor sideways. My face is getting a little burnt. Not burned, but warm. So there she goes. She's pivoting a little bit, and then we will see her exiting the harbor by way of that little canal. Bye-bye, Jade. Bye-bye, Jade. If you are new here, I would love for you to give me a follow. Oh, it says we have a flash bowl. Let's see what it is. If it's something easy. Oh, it's the heart me. Good gravy. You guys already gave me. You're always so generous. But let's pin it up in case we get a new person in. And then they can send their heart me. I did read somewhere that it's a good idea just to participate, whether you get it or not. You know I'm not here to ask you guys for gifts, but I will put that up there. I will give you reminders to tap the screen. Whoa, that is a crazy looking bird. And it just was a duck. That's weird. Tap the screen, share the live, those kind of things, because those are free and you can always just do nothing and enjoy the stream. I don't mind. If I'm reviewing the analytics, I'm not reviewing who gave me what and how often, because we're not here to do that. I'm providing a travel adventure for anybody who wants to come in, and I don't want anybody to feel an obligation. Now, there will be times when I'm doing a battle and you might want to just tap your fingers off, and that's free, and share the battle out. But I don't ever want somebody to feel like they need to go and charge up their coins or cash in any coins that they got to oops, sorry, I'm messing with stuff. I'm trying to read your comments, KB. Oh, you're going to be live in Santa Barbara and Catalina? Oh, I can't wait. Have you been to Catalina before? Or your boyfriend's dad lives in Santa Barbara or Catalina? There she goes. Luckily, it's still pretty clear where we can still see her going out. You can barely see the nose as it passes the peninsula. And then as we watch the landmass on the other side, that peninsula will tell us when she is in the open ocean, when we see the peninsula coming out from behind her. Oh, Santa Barbara. Yes, I love Catalina. So for my birthday, my husband said, hey, why don't we go to Catalina for your birthday? And I'm like, okay. But because we live in San Diego, to drive up, because if we're going to Catalina, I want to spend the whole day, like 7 a.m. till 7 p.m. So I was trying to figure out the logistics. He said, well, what if we stay at the Queen Mary? And I thought, oh, wow, that's going to be like super expensive. Well, I looked it up and we got a deal for less than $200. It doesn't have all the fancy amenities and all that, but it, for me, was an adventure to stay on such a historic ship. I think I had a bug on me. To stay on such a historic ship for such a great value, I thought. And then wander around the ship on our own, exploring. Have some great meals, a few beverages. So we stayed on the Queen Mary, and then we... Oh, you're going to Catalina for your birthday too? Yes, I love it. So check out my content and you will see on the other platform, YT, I have a full recap of what we did. It's 2 hours long, but you can run it in the background, you know, just kind of have the sound on so you can say, oh, let me check that, what is that? And it talks about the golf cart rental, the semi-submersible or the semi-submarine tour. You probably have done some of these already. The bar that we went to have some beverages, and there actually is a girl that is a bartender that lives on a ship out there. Lindy Lex or something like that. So after we were at Catalina, I was watching and I'm like, what is this? This girl looks familiar, because she was working at the bar the day we were there. So anyways, that's a 2-hour video. And oh, your headphones are dying. Okay, gotcha. I'm doing thumbs up, but you can't see that. So we were able to get up early after staying over on the Queen Mary, and we walked to the ferry landing at Catalina Express, took the ferry over, took the 6 o'clock ferry, so we got there just after 7. Breakfast, golf cart, semi-submarine tour. I can't remember if we did shopping or lunch, and then the inland motor tour, I think they call it, or inland adventure tour. And then it was time to go home. The day went by so fast and it was so fun, but there's so many other things to do there as well, not just those 3 things. 3, 4, well, including the eating and stuff. The Wrigley Museum, I mean the Botanical Garden, all that stuff. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, it was awesome. And you can purchase everything ahead of time if you're comfortable doing that. That way you have your reservations and you know that you're going to be able to do all the things that you were thinking you wanted to do. I don't know if you enjoy things like horseback riding, or if you've been there before. Oh yeah, you have been there. The bison, actually, they are reducing the bison population by using birth control. I don't know really what other way to say it, but they're giving the bison medication so that they don't reproduce. And the reason why is they are not native to the island, and they were destroying the native plants, the landscape, the terrain, whatever, because they are very destructive just by nature. They're massive animals. So that's kind of sad. But my husband and I actually got engaged on Catalina, so that's pretty cool. We have taken the casino tour as well, and that is Italian for dance area, gathering place. It is not an adult arcade. So TikTok shop, we love you. And so let's see. I thought that was really cool. They have a nice beach, Descanso Beach, I think it's called, right there on the water for some adult beverages. There she goes off into the wild blue yonder of the beautiful Pacific Ocean. We see you, Norwegian Jade. Fair winds and following seas. Whoop, I'm not ending the live. That was a mistake. Fair wind and following seas to the beautiful Norwegian Jade. Welcome, Tony. Thanks for coming in. We are at the San Diego Harbor, and far in the distance you see that is the Norwegian Jade. She is heading to the Mexican Riviera, and docked still here is the Holland American New Amsterdam.